Hey, good afternoon. It's John again. I'm going to play some Immaculate Grid. We'll see. I might go for a low rarity score. I might go for a theme. I'll be a little whimsical with it. That's just how I play. Let's start sharing. No need for a long preamble. It's the hot stove season. That's right. We had 200 wins yesterday. Oh, one thing, correction from yesterday. Charlie Root did get to 200 wins. They weren't all with the Cubs, but he did get to 200 wins. So I saw that when I was going through these. But yeah, interesting categories yesterday. Let's hit refresh. Let's play some more grid. That's what the kids are calling it. Only one team. That's a crossover grid category. And now we've got only one team, less than 3 ERA, and in the Hall of Fame. All right. That's an interesting one. Man, some for only one team. See how I know Walter Johnson plays whole career with Washington, so that should be okay, 2%. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think I was going to do much better than that. Um, let's see, LA or Cincinnati, only one team. Did any of those guys from the 70s, Dodgers only play with one team? And the answer is I don't think so. Sandy Koufax will work. Don Drysdale will work. Maybe I go with Drysdale just because he'll be. Roy Campanella will also work. Well, okay, that's an interesting one. Roy Campanella did not play for just the Dodgers amongst his major league teams because Negro League teams count as major league teams. So that would be interesting. I'm not sure if that would count, but I think Drysdale will count. So he takes 4%. And then a Cincinnati Red plays a whole career with the Reds. And so I could go with the current Red. There's 25 people on the Cincinnati Reds roster. There's probably a dozen or so. I mean, on their active roster, actually it's 26 or 27 now, but on their 40-man roster, if you look at people who played for the Reds in 2023, there's probably like a dozen who've only played for the Reds. Joey Votto is one, just off the top of my head. Um, let's see, did anyone from the big, I guess Johnny Bench will work, but no on Perez, Morgan, Rose, Davey Concepcion will work. That might be, that'll be a decent one, I think. Is it just Dave? Yeah. He takes 5%. All right. Cool. I'm gonna go with that's pretty good for that category. Not great, but pretty good. Now we'll move on to these categories. So less than 3 ERA, and remember, it doesn't have to be any kind of minimum. There's no minimum number of innings pitched. So we can go with someone like Everyday Eddie Guardado, who I believe had ERAs in the 2.9s or something with the Twins. So he takes 1%. I probably could have done a little bit better than that though. Um, let's see. So for the Dodgers, Eric Gagne will work. Oh, you know who will work from that same season? I briefly mentioned that this person in my book is Guillermo. Or sorry, does he work? No, he does. Yeah, Moda, Guillermo Moda. In '03, he had a great year, but wasn't going to become the closer because Eric Gagne was having a great year. So I know he works. That's more like it, 0.04. And then for the Cincinnati Reds, I think Jeff Shaw will work. Jeff Shaw works for the Dodgers and Reds. We've mentioned that before. Um, Let's see, Francisco Cordero, I think would work. See how he does. Now let's go Jeff Shaw. 0.1. That's pretty good. All right, Hall of Fame. What do we think of Ernie Lombardi for the Reds? He gets a full percent. Interesting. I guess he mainly played for the Reds. I probably should have held. Al Simmons would have been a better pick then. In fact, Lombardi would have been a better pick for the Dodgers. I know Hack Wilson played for the Brooklyn Dodgers after playing for the Cubs, having his best years with the Cubs. So he goes 0.1. That's a look. You know he's in the middle of a joke. And then rounding off for the Twins / Senators. Well, there I could go with Al Simmons. I could also go with any Minish. And I get a rare score of 14, which is pretty good. There's 400, like that's the thing, is that I said it's about as good as I was gonna do, but there's 468 options for people who exclusively played for the Twins or Senators. But I don't know Molly Kraft's 4-year career. Look at these guys. I don't know anything about any of these people, much less that they only played for the Nationals, pretty much all Nationals here. This guy, Matt Macri, whatever. He played 18 games for the 2008 Twins and never played again. Jim Manning, 5 games for the 1962 Twins, never played again. And I'm sure there's a bunch of people from just this year. Louis Varland, that's a man. All right. Well, lots of options, but going to be tough to get them. So, all that considered, I'm pretty happy with these picks. No surprises on the ones who did win out, which were all recent players. Hunter and Kilbrew taking 25% for the biggest Hall of Fame for the Twins, beating out Kirby Puckett. I would have thought Puckett just because he's more recent, but also I would have thought Robinson might have been more popular over here. Yeah. All right. Well, fun game. Books, or rather, this episode is once again brought to you by my book, Baseball's Most Fun Frivolities, bought on Amazon. Link will be in the description. And you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Peace.